my dear children. A very good morning to you all. How are you? I hope you're fine. Before starting our today's class, I have to clarify some questions. Did you all copy the notes in your science notebook? Yes. Only one student or two students have sent their snapshots to me. What about the others? My dear children, try to copy the notes in your science notebook. After completing, take a snap and send it to me privately. Okay, my dear children, I have to check whether you have written correctly or not. Okay, okay, my dear children, already we have learned 3 chapters. Today we are entering into a new chapter. My dear children, start to learn the third chapter. Okay, begin with the question answer one word question and then start to study the answer the following questions in one or two students and then learn answer the question briefly, two questions in a day or one question in a day. Okay, my dear children, try to learn, try to copy the notes. Okay, okay, now we will enter into the lesson. So what's the topic of the lesson? Protection of animals and the environment. We are going to learn the next chapter, a new chapter, chapter 4, protection of animals and the environment. It's our duty, right? It's our duty to protect our environment, protect animals, right? So, what are the protective measures we have to take to protect our environment, our human animals, or birds? Okay, in this lesson, we are going to learn what are the problems faced by the animals and how we can protect them. Okay, we will enter into the lesson. First, importance of forest. First, we are going to learn what are the importance of forest. Forests are an important natural resource. We all know that forest is a natural resource and it is one of the important resource. Okay, forest is an important resource. Forests are home to many animals. Mostly animals live in the forest. So forest is the home. Okay, forest is the home for most of the animals. These animals are threatened indirectly when their natural habitats are destroyed by the human beings. So, the animals which live in the forest are threatened. Threatened means they are feared. Okay, they are getting feared. Okay, threatened. Um, when you go near, for example, we can say, when you go near the fire, what will your mom say? Yeah, if you touch the fire, your hand get burned. So after that, we will not touch the fire or we will not like to touch the fire. We have some fear in the mind about the fire, right? So animals which living in the forest are threatened. Okay, they are threatened indirectly. Okay, indirectly, how indirectly means the some animals will live on the natural environment like cave, in the trees. Okay, some animals build their own home, like they build their nest in the trees. Birds will build a nest in the tree. So if human beings try to destroy their place or their home, they will threaten. Okay, they will get feared. Or else the forest, in the forest there are so many trees are there. So the birds will build their nest in the tree. If human beings cut the tree, the birds will get threatened. Okay, and they move their place. Okay, so this is the, so these are the importance of forest. Okay, Destruction of forest due to natural or human related is causes is called deforestation. So what do you mean by deforestation? Destruction of forest means we are damaging the forest, or we can say we are destroying the most of the forest. Okay, we are destroying the forest and their resources due to natural calamities like forest fire. A few months ago there's a fire in a forest, so several measures have taken to switch off the fire, but the fire get increased. Okay, so the half of the forest get burned down. Okay, burned. So natural calamities like this forest fire, and then flood. Through flood the trees all get decayed. Okay, and then heavy wind, cyclone. So natural things are this, and human related causes means we are cutting trees. Okay, we are cutting trees for our own benefit, so these are called deforestation. Okay, so these are called deforestation. We are cutting the trees, we are destroying the environment, we are destroying the natural resources of the forest. So we need to protect the forest. Okay, forest is an important natural resource. From forest we are getting trees, we are getting fruits, we are getting so many types of medicines, and we are getting so many types of flowers. And very very important one, forest is the main source of oxygen. Okay, forest is the main source of oxygen. Oxygen is essential for our breathing, right? Oxygen is essential for our breathing, so forests are the main source of oxygen, so we need to protect the forest. Okay, my dear children. So next we are going to learn what are the reason for deforestation. What are the reason? Rapid urbanization means nowadays the human population is increasing, right? So if the population on the one hand the population is increasing, on the other hand there is no place for the human beings to live. Okay, there's a scarcity of place. Okay, there's a scarcity of the place, so they are cutting the forest from the trees. Okay, they are destroying the forest and built a house there. Okay, and building a house there, and they are living there. Okay, so this is the first point, rapid urbanization. Extensive use of wood. We all have wood furniture in our home, right? Wood furnitures in our home. So nowadays due to this rapid increase of population, so the trees are cut down from the forest. So we are using the wood in a high manner, we are using the wood. Then overgrazing by the cattle. So animals are most are herbivorous, carnivorous. Some animals are omnivorous. So overgrazing means they are eating the plants. Okay, some animals eating the plants. Eating the plants means they are overeating. Okay, so this is overgrazing by the cattle. Then now we have learned what are the reason. Then we are going to learn the effect. Okay, the effect of through this deforestation. What are the effects? Okay, animal lost their home. Okay, first one, the animals lost their home. Soil erosion increases, which leads to landslide in mountainous region. Okay, soil erosion increases. And previous classes we have learned what is meant by soil erosion, the removal of the top layer of the soil. When the wind blows, the top layer of the soil get blown down by the wind. So soil erosion increases, and which, so this soil erosion, landslide means the part of the sand get fell down. Okay, the part of the sand get fell down in the mountainous region. Okay, in the mountainous region a part of the land get fell down. Then amount of oxygen in the air is reduced. The main one, the amount of oxygen in the air is reduced. Okay, the amount of oxygen in the air is reduced. Then next one, harmful effect of deforestation can be controlled by planting new trees. One hand, deforestation, we are cutting the trees. On the other hand, if we plant many trees, if we plant new trees, we can control the this harmful effect. We can control the effects of deforestation. Okay, then refilling of lost forest cover by planting new trees is called reforestation. We have learned what I mean by deforestation, cutting the trees. Reforestation means if we want to refill the last of, if we are cutting down the trees to fill this, if we plant a new trees, it is called reforestation. Okay, for refilling, you want to fill the lost forest cover by planting new trees is called reforestation. Okay, my dear children, do you understand? So okay, next topic, conservation of natural resources. How we can conserve, why, how we can protect. Okay, how we can protect the natural resources. Conserving the natural resource is a duty of every human being. Already I have told, protecting our environment or protecting our natural resource is the duty. It's your duty, it's my duty, it's all our human beings duty to protect the natural resources. The government of India has framed strict rules regarding the following activities. Our government have framed some important rules, have framed some strict rules, like in the below we are going to learn. Hunting or killing animals. Hunting. Some animals will hunt animals and eat their flesh. And killing of animals. They will kill the animal. Then destruction of plant. Destruction means cut down of plants. Then cattle grazing, overgrazing of cattle. Cattle feed on plants. Okay, my dear children. So, hunting or killing of animal, destruction of plants, and then cattle grazing. So, this in these three categories, the government has framed some strict rules. Okay, the government have framed the strict rules. Then in India, some non-government organizations also help in conserving. Besides from our government, in India, there are some other volunteer organizations. Our government is one type of organization, and other type of organization mean non-government. It's a private organization which helps in the conserving the environment. Okay, some of them work on creating awareness among the people. Some type of volunteers or some type of organization will create an awareness. Okay, we create an awareness relating to this, natural, conserving the natural resource or deforestation. Okay, so creating an awareness among the people, while some work towards implementing rules and regulation. Okay, on the one hand, some people will create an awareness among the people. On the other hand, some will work towards implementing. Government has made some strict rules and regulation. Some organization implement, they try to bring out. Okay, they try to bring out the rules and regulation framed by the government. Okay, then some of the famous Indian conservation programs. Okay, our Indian, some famous conservation programs are Van Mahotsav, Project Tiger, and Chipko movement. So these three are the famous Indian conservation programs. Okay, so these three are the famous Indian conservation programs. What are they? Van Mahotsav, Project Tiger, and Chipko movement. Okay, first one, Van Mahotsav. This program was started by the government of India in 1950. This program was started by our government of India in the year 1950. It aims at restoring the lost forest cover. Okay, it aims, the aim of this program is to restore. Okay, this restore the forest cover. It is celebrated throughout the country in the first week of July every year. So, it is celebrated. One day is celebrated as this day, Van Mahotsav Day, in the country of first week of July. Which day? First week of July every year. Okay, first week of July every year. During this period, lack of saplings of different tree species are planted. Okay, during this year, during this period means the first week of July, a lack of sapling means a small new plant is planted all over the India. Okay, different species, maybe some different types of trees, okay, are planted all over the India. Okay, my dear children. So, Van Mahotsav is a program conducted by our government in 1950. What's the main aim? To restore the forest car, and which day is celebrated? First week of July in every year. And this, through this period, lack of lack of plants or new plants are planted in India. Okay. So next one, Project Tiger. Through this heading, you can learn Tiger. We are going to learn about the tiger. The aim of Project Tiger is to identify and restore the natural habitat of tiger. Okay, this project is to identify, okay, to identify what is the habit of a tiger, what is the natural habitat of the tiger, and to restore. Okay, first to find and then to restore means then again they are rebuilding. Okay, rebuilding. It was launched in 1973. Which year it was launched? 1973. In the beginning, 9 tigers reserves are identified. Okay, in the beginning, how many tigers and their reserves are identified? 9. Okay, in the beginning, 9 tiger. Or how many tigers? 9 tigers. Okay, then at present the number of tiger reserve has to increase. At present means now, how many tigers are reserves are identified? 47. Okay, 47. Beginning 9 tigers, now 47 tigers are identified, and the place of living also identified. Then plants and animals were protected in these sites. Okay, in this, through these sites, plants and animals, both of them are protected. Then over years, Project Tiger has helped increase the population of tiger. Through this project, okay, through this project, the Project Tiger helped to increase the population of tiger in India. Okay, it helped to increase the population of tiger in India. This project helped the various state government in India in their effort to protect. Okay, this project, first it helped to increase the population of tiger, then it helps all the state government in India to take effort to protect the tiger. Okay, to protect the tiger. It also work closely with the wildlife department and the police department to stop poaching. Okay, this organization or this program is closely attached with the wildlife department. Okay, wild department, and then police department. Okay, police department, to stop poaching. In the last chapter we have learned about poaching. Poaching is killing the animals for getting their husk, or getting their beak, or getting their skin for their own benefits, are called poaching. So to prevent poaching, this organization held their hands together with wildlife department and then police department. Do you understand now? Two programs we have learned. What are they? Van Mahotsav and then Project Tiger. Next, Chipko movement. Chipko movement. Okay, Chipko movement launched in the early 90s. Okay, early 1970s. Okay, before 1970s it was launched. Was aimed at preventing the cutting of trees in the Garhwal region in the Himalayas. Okay, this movement is mainly preventing the cutting down of trees in which region? Himalayan region. And which region? Garhwal. Okay, in which region? Garhwal region in the Himalayas. Okay, in the Himalayan mountain there is a Garhwal region, to prevent the cutting of trees in the Garhwal region. Then the villagers there hold on to the trees and prevent the contractors from felling them. Okay, the villagers, they are hugged the tree. Okay, they hugged the tree and they prevent the trees from cutting down. Okay, cutting down by the contractors. Okay, the success of this movement in the hills saved thousands of trees from being felled. Okay, through this movement, okay, the success of this movement is they have saved thousands of trees in the hill. Okay, they have saved thousands of trees from cutting down. Okay, then this movement resulted in 15-year ban on the felling of trees. Okay, in the Himalayan area, in the Garhwal region, some contractors came for cutting down the trees. Okay, in the beginning they came to cutting down the trees, At that time, the villagers came and they need to protect the trees. So they hug the trees. Okay, they hug the trees, and so that the contractors can't able to touch the trees. So through this, they protected thousands of trees in that region. Okay, so this through this activity, they get a stay order. Okay, they get a stay order, and this movement held to 15-year ban means they can't able to touch the trees in that region. Okay, if they touch the region, they are stand upon against the law. Okay, they are stand upon against the law. So this movement helped to result in the 15-year ban on the trees in this Himalayan forest. Okay, then similar to the Chipko movement, Apiko movement was started in 1983. Same like the Chipko movement, and another one movement, Apiko movement was started in 1983. In which place it was started? In Karnataka. Okay, in Karnataka, to stop felling of trees in the Western Ghats and Vindhyas. Okay, so like the Chipko movement and Appiko movement was started in the year 1983 in the areas of Karnataka to prevent the cutting down of trees in the Western Ghat and Vindhyas. Okay, Western Ghats and Vindhyas. In recent years, Chipko movement support projects on energy conservation. In nowadays, okay, in the now years, Chipko movement, okay, Chipko movement support the projects on energy conservation. Okay, support the project on energy conservation, and then water management, afforestation and recycling. Okay, energy conservation means we have to conserve the energy. Energy means tidal energy, wind energy, so many types of energy are there. We have to conserve the energy. And then water management, we have to store the water. We are not having the rights to waste of the water. We have to store the water, we have to conserve the water. And afforestation means we have to put the we have to plant new trees. Okay, and then recycle, we have to recycle the things which cannot be destroyed. Okay, which cannot be destroyed naturally. Okay, my dear children. Okay, my dear children. So what are the topics we have learned today? What's the topic of the lesson? Protection of in animals and the environment. So what are the topics we have learned? First, we have learned about the importance of forest, and then we have learned about the deforestation, and then what are the reason for the deforestation, and then effect of deforestation, and then we have learned about the conservation of natural resources. We have learned three programs. What are the program? Van Mahotsav and Project Tiger, and then Chipko movement. Van Mahotsav was started in the year 1950. Project Tiger was started in the year 1973, and then Chipko movement was started in the year 1970. Okay, my dear children. Try to copy the notes in your science notebook. After copying, take a snapshot and send it to me privately. Okay, my dear children. Before 9:30, if you have any doubt, you can call me or text me. Okay. Start to study the Chapter 3. Try to learn the lesson well. Be safe. We will meet in the next class. Until bye bye. Take care and thank you.